Hello friends, and welcome to the Saitama Stacker channel. Hey Wolfpack, I hope you're having a great day out there. Thank you very much for joining me again today for this video. I think I've got some very interesting stuff for you, just based on some questions coming out of the community. And hopefully I've got a little graph here, or kind of a flow sheet, to try to explain what's going on with the crypto universe. For people who are newer, or even for myself, this is something I've been trying to unpack because it's a little bit complicated still. This is still pretty new for a lot of people. And so I just put together a little sheet with kind of a roadmap for the crypto universe. And I'm going to share that link in the description. It'll be just unlocked if anybody wants it. If anybody else is creating their own content, you want to use it and do a lesson on it, that's great. Help yourselves. So let's get started. Oh, before I do that, if you're new here today, you're very welcome. I hope you enjoy the content. Please know that this is for informational, educational, and community building purposes only. Should not be taken as financial advice. Do your own research before you invest, and best of luck to you. So I want to start out really quick with fundamentals. What we have going on today, we've got 56,793 holders. Lower market volume than what we've been experiencing at 8,220,000, and an overall market cap of 1,262,400,000. So let's take a look at how that stacks up against yesterday, just to see what kind of movement we've had. So that 56,793 holders is an increase of 900 holders from yesterday. And so we are starting to notice just a little bit of a slowdown in the growth of holders. But, we had a huge run there for a minute. And, growth is good. And we are seeing continuous growth. The average over the previous 10 days prior to that big run was about 1,100. So we're just a little bit behind that pace. But something we'll want to keep an eye on. We want to see continuous growth in this area of new holders. The fully diluted market cap is 1,262,000,000, which gives us a price of 70,12624. So we're up a little bit from yesterday. I think if we were to take a peek into CoinMarketCap, it's pulled back even a little bit more. I mean, we're fairly even. It was up earlier today as much as 14 to 15%. So it's we're showing a little bit of positive price action, but it looks like we're in a bit of what technical analysis would call a consolidation phase, or kind of some sideways movement as people try to figure out, are we getting in or are we getting out? So with fundamentals taken care of, I'd kind of like to go into a question I got out in the community. So this question came from White Ghost. And White Ghost says, I heard that Saitama is planning on having its own blockchain. What will happen to the existing Saitama tokens on the Ethereum blockchain then? Do they get converted, migrated to the new blockchain? So I'm going to take that in as a two-part question. Okay, so I'm going to say, is Saitama planning on having its own blockchain? And I'm going to refer us back to the video yesterday of the dev team AMA. So the box down here that is not showing a camera and frame, that is Max. And Max is talking here and actually gives a little bit away when it comes to the blockchain. So I'm going to play that clip. And so let's see if we can get you to hear it.
So just everybody has been amazing. And we'll just keep pushing. And I'm excited to... I really don't show it, but I'm super, super excited to show everybody what we have planned, really, so, because I've tried to, mention it to a lot of people, what this really is, and what is going to be coming down the road, and what's happening, and what we're going to be working on. There's so many things that are moving, but that is the plan, how Russell said. We're trying to be, top 20, top 10, not token but coin, and what that means is our own blockchain and a lot of other things down the road. So it's going to be an amazing journey.
Okay, so you heard him there. So that us working to be a top coin would involve developing our own blockchain. So if you're brand new to crypto investing, blockchain is essentially the underlying technology where all this is built. And it's not just for cryptocurrency. You can build all kinds of stuff on top of blockchain technology. And it turns out to be a type of technology that allows you to really track a history of what's going on. And also the security is high with blockchain technology. So to answer that question, first, it looks like yes, they are planning, the dev team is planning on developing our own blockchain. So what will happen to the existing Saitama tokens? That's a great question for the dev team. It's not something that I've encountered. I know Shiba Inu, they've been working on their own blockchain. They're calling Shibarium. And, we'll have an indicator if they beat us to the punch on that one. We'll be able to kind of see what do they end up doing. Do the tokens migrate or do they stay? I don't honestly have an answer for you on that one. So that's something we'll dig into a little deeper. But as far as blockchain goes, yeah, it looks like they are trying to develop it. And why would they want to do that? Well, it would be under our control. I'm sure there's advantages to owning your own software versus building on somebody else's platform when it comes to costs and management and flexibility. So that does appear to be in the works. Now, something else that came out of that yesterday was very in line with the question that I get fairly frequently. So I'm going to back up here. So this gentleman in the upper right-hand corner is Manpreet. And Manpreet told a story about somebody that was communicating with him that was asking him, when should I sell? And he's telling him, well, you should hold on. And they're saying, well, when would be a good time to sell? And he's saying, hey, this is a long-term play. The gentleman ends up telling him, hey, I sold, and he was able to make enough money on Saitama to help his wife have a medical procedure that was necessary and to pay for all of the bills. So it was a great story, but it does beg the question, how do we sell? Buying in seems relatively simple. You use a wallet, you use exchange, and you can purchase the token. But how do you sell? Well, what I did here, let's see if we can show this slide full screen. All right, so I created a slide here just to try to unpack what's going on in this crypto universe. So essentially, most of us are used to working with banks. Okay, these are centralized banks where we store our money. You transact out of that with your fiat currency. Okay, then there are centralized financial exchanges. You hear these terms. There's wallets, cryptocurrency wallets. There are DeFi exchanges, and then there are investment platforms, and all of these have a role to play in cryptocurrency. So with banks, we pass money to either wallets. These arrows could also be drawn straight over to the wallet because some of them will allow us to use a third party to transfer money into a wallet. So for instance, with Trust Wallet, when I used Trust Wallet, it allowed me to put money directly into my Trust Wallet without using a central exchange. When I funded my Coinbase wallet, I was able to use Coinbase, which is a central exchange, and transfer tokens from there into my Coinbase wallet. So essentially, banks where we hold our money, the central exchanges are these large crypto exchanges that make things actually quite a bit easier for investors. And unfortunately, my screen is not quite showing. Let me see if I can. I'm going to pop this so you can see, because my screen capture software is not allowing me to grab the bottom of that. But the centralized exchanges would be like Binance, Coinbase, LBank, and they'll allow you to buy cryptocurrency on those exchanges, but usually only what they're listing. So there are over 12,000 tokens. You are only allowed on those exchanges to buy what's listed. So currently Saitama is listed on LBank and you can get it there. And there's been a lot of talk from Russell and the development team that we will be getting a top 10 centralized exchange listing soon, and possibly 2. So we don't know what that's going to be just yet, but it'll be great. Okay, it's going to make it easier for some people to access it. And it is a little easier to move your money in and out of those central exchanges because you can deposit money straight from the bank. Then you can convert your coins back into your fiat currency and send it back to the bank. Now, if you want to buy the tokens that are not listed on the centralized exchanges, we have to use the DeFi exchanges or decentralized financial exchanges. These would include Uniswap, PancakeSwap, ShibaSwap. There are many others as well, but those are the ones that I've used and been the most familiar with. So to use a DeFi exchange, we have to have a wallet somewhere. So the wallets I've used again, and there are more wallets than just this, but Coinbase, MetaMask, Trust Wallet. So we would fund the wallet, and that can be directly from your bank to the wallet with a third-party group. And it just depends on how your wallet functions. Or you can use the CeFi exchange to fund the wallet or to transfer tokens into the wallet. So from almost any CeFi exchange, you can transfer directly to a DeFi wallet. And you can buy Ethereum over here, send it to your wallet, and then use the Ethereum to trade for tokens on the DeFi exchanges or the swaps. Okay, so this is what I did, my pathway. I had Coinbase, I had purchased Ethereum in there, I transferred it to my Coinbase wallet, then I exchanged my Ethereum for Saitama on the DeFi exchanges. So the question that I'm getting out there, let's address this really quick first. Okay, investment platforms. So there are a couple of broader investment platforms like Robinhood and Webull that allow you to not only buy some cryptocurrencies, but stocks and bonds and exchange traded funds or EFTs. And so that's a lot of people, you'll hear them say, when Robinhood, when are we going to get listed on Robinhood or getting listed on Webull? That just brings a new audience or new investors that have the potential to invest in the cryptocurrency projects, which should, the more folks we get involved, the more money we get involved, the more the market cap goes up, and the price, of course, is directly correlated to the market cap. So, but Robinhood and Webull, they are limited as to what you can buy. I think right now Robinhood only has 4 or 5 or 6. Webull has, half a dozen that you can purchase on that platform. And Robinhood did announce late last month that they are coming up with their own type of wallet so that you can move cryptocurrencies in and out of the Robinhood platform, which will be cool. So let's just say that this is the question that I keep getting. How do I get my money out of Saitama if I want to cash out? Okay. Now I'm holding still, and I'm not trying to say you should sell or you should not sell. But if you need to access your funds, then you're going to have to convert it back into the currency that you can spend in your country. So if you've done a swap on the exchange for your wallet, you've got to get that those tokens or the funds back into a CeFi exchange so you can pass them back to the bank. Okay. So what you have to do, since the central financial exchanges don't support Saitama, at least right now, until we get listed. Now, LBank does. So you may be able to pass from your wallet to LBank, or if you're owning it in LBank, you can certainly just convert it to a fiat currency and move it back to your bank. But if you're not using LBank, what you would do is convert Saitama into a token that the centralized exchange has listed on their platform. Ethereum is the most obvious one that you would do. So I would convert my Saitama to Ethereum. I would pass it back to the centralized exchange. And from the centralized exchange, I can sell it and pass the money back to my bank. So I hope this makes a little bit of sense of what's going on. Again, I'm going to link this little spread. It's not really a spreadsheet. It's a slide. I'm going to link this slide in the description if you want to pull it open and use it. It will be locked. You just have to do file, create a copy, and rename it, and then you can use it for whatever purposes you want. You can adjust it, and I hope this will help make a little bit of sense of how this whole crypto universe works. This is pretty superficial, but hopefully helps you understand that a little bit. All right. With that said, this is the Saitama Stacker channel, and every day I like to close by showing you my wallet and see what kind of rewards we've received in the last 24 hours. Now, I know from my fundamentals that the volume was a little bit low this go round. Okay, we had a volume of only 8 million, which is still pretty darn good volume if you go back in history at all. But compared to the last 4 or 5 days, that's a reduction in volume. So the rewards are tied to the volume. So I'm expecting somewhat lower rewards today. So in my Coinbase wallet, I'm holding Saitama. I have 1,036,906,308,931. Putting that into my Saitama Stacker tracker, I received in the last 24 hours 80,121,866 tokens. And so over the last little over 30 days, my total rewards are 8,122,000,000 tokens at current prices. That's value in US dollars of about $102. So I think that's great. It's about 15% of what my original investment was. So it's great. And the best part about these guys is on a day like today, that's kind of blah, the price is going sideways. Well, there's always something good to look forward to. You know, I've increased my token count by 80 million. I didn't do anything to do that other than hold Saitama tokens. So you don't have to stake the tokens. You just hold them in your wallet. And if you update your wallet every 10 or 15 minutes, you'll see that number climbing. If you want to track your own rewards, all you need to do is click the link in the description. Again, you'll go to File, Make a Copy, and then you'll rename it. And it will be open for your use in your own Google Drive. So, folks, hope you're having a wonderful day. Check back in with me tomorrow, and we will watch our stacks grow together.